Hello all, welcome to Ambari Cloud YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to do a simple task when more often we execute an Iceberg table, Expire snapshots. So whenever we do compaction or add new files, new data, change the data model, every time it creates a new snapshot. As number of snapshot increases, then it will explode the metadata, and also on the disk we don't need some old files, and particularly if you use copy and read, every time any update is going to clone the files, so it occupies a lot of disk, so we need to expire snapshot. However, if you follow the same thing, if you use a Snowflake managed Iceberg table, and then if you decided to run expire snapshot, you get not allowed in Snowflake. So again, Snowflake managed Iceberg table is still an Iceberg table, but is managed by Snowflake Horizon catalog. So then then initially you might be thinking, oh, is something wrong with the permission? No, it's nothing to do with permission, right? And so the Snowflake for now is not allowing running a expire snapshot through Spark. Right. So what we need to do is basically you need to set the retention policy. Right? And so you cannot run from Spark Expire snapshot, but when you set the retention policy, automatically Snowflake engine, remember that Snowflake engine, you don't have to execute through Spark. The Snowflake engine will remove the old snapshots, and it does all the cleanup for us. So we don't have to do anything. All you need to do is set the data retention time in days. You can do it in account level, database level, schema level, or table level. It depends on your requirement. More often, we do it individual tables based on your requirement. Of course, we set in the database level and schema level too, but the table level is overrides. Right? So basically, you are doing the time travel setup. So once you do that, automatically the Snowflake engine will does the cleanup, and then we can't do the time travel, which is basically indirectly expire snapshot. So remember that, very important. So we cannot run expire snapshot through Spark on Snowflake managed Iceberg table. So that is the most important. So more often I get calls and say they get confused on this. Hey, we are running expire snapshot on Snowflake managed Iceberg table. So what we need to do? So very simple. All you need to do is just set the here. We need to set the attention. It will take care of it. Okay, let's do the quick demo. Okay, so here, I'm going to connect to my Snowflake. Okay, and then this is my Spark session, and here, okay, so I connected to the Spark. Then just look at my here show namespaces, right? Here I have, these are my databases in my Snowflake, and then I'm going to use market schema for my Iceberg. Okay, so these are my tables here, and what we'll do is I'm going to check on this table. Okay, so let me query the table. Yeah, this is my data here, and I'm going to add new data. Okay, so simple insert Spark SQL. Okay, so I'm using Spark engine connecting to Snowflake Horizon catalog, and then of course I'm going to using a data frame model. I'm loading to data again. Okay, and now one more, let's run. Okay, so I have more data, and of course I can do in a different way. Okay, so once we load the data, let's start looking at the metadata. So now let's describe the table. Okay, so describe the table. Now look at this table is right. This is Snowflake managed, so automatically Snowflake creates its own S3, and then in my Iceberg table, and then this is okay. So this is how, because this is the S3 disk not owned by me. It is owned through my Snowflake account. It's not like an explicit my AWS account. Okay, And this is my snapshot here, all the data information. And then now let's run, okay, let's look at the snapshots. Okay, so these are my snapshot. Okay, previously this table already exists, and then I have more data here. So now the snapshots, and then let's look at the history. Okay, so it will tell parent-child relation, and then okay. So now let's look at my branching information. Yes, so I have not created any branches, and it's only main. Yes, I can create a branch through my Spark, and then load data. Then I can do merge. So I can do all those stuff, right? All the Iceberg features, right? Then yeah, you can create a web concept here. Okay. Now let's rewrite the data files. Yes, we can do rewrite data files. So Snowflake allows it. Now let's watch it. Okay, so yes, I'm able to rewrite the data files. Now let's run the Expire snapshot. Okay, so okay, I got an error. So if I look at this, removing snapshot is only allowed to Snowflake. So I can't do this part. So what we need to do is, so we have to alter your you set the data retention time, and then if you want to, depends on how many days you want in a particular table. So that's what I want to discuss in this YouTube here. As I said, you cannot run expired snapshots, and of course the expired snapshot is basically you want to get rid of some time travel and reduce the disk space. So of course indirectly reduce the cost. So, and depends on your table requirement, how far you want to go to time travel. Then you can do, you can set up the data retention time in days for your table. So any questions, reach out to me. Thank you. Bye now.